To sew a curved seam, I first drew a line with tailoring chalk 1.5 centimeters from the edge of the fabric to make it easier to see where to sew. I line up the edge of the fabric by the 15, put the foot down, needle down, sew a few stitches forward, reverse back a few stitches, but not off the edge, and then pulling the fabric a little more than if I were sewing a straight seam. No matter the shape, I try to keep it by the 15, while also sewing on that line that I drew. Take it a little more slowly than usual, come to the end, reverse back a few stitches, and then forward. And again, not sewing off the edge of the fabric. Lift the needle, lift the foot. When you pull the threads, if it doesn't come easily, wiggle your wheel. And then cut the threads short at the fabric, but long at the machine. And then cut your original threads. And now, because curved seams rip more easily, we need to reinforce. So with the foot up, press the red button at the back so the metal foot falls off. Put it in the bin so we don't lose it. Put on a clear foot so you can see better. Put those threads in the back of the foot. And you're going to change the stitch style from A1 to A3 and the stitch width from 0 to 4. Then you're going to line up the fabric right against that edge that you just sewed. You're going to zigzag right beside the fabric on the inside. Go a few stitches, reverse back a few stitches, and then just follow that line that you just sewed, zigzagging right beside it on the inside. And again, you'll have to pull that fabric just a bit so that you can sew on the curve. A little more slowly even than before. And when you get to the end, reverse back a couple of stitches and back. Lift the needle, lift the foot, cut those threads short at the fabric, long at the machine, cut the original, and then you're going to take your scissors and trim that seam very close to the zigzag stitching, but don't cut the zigzag stitching off. Don't cut into those stitches. So you're cutting about half of this seam off, and then you're going to bring it to the steamer and using the tailoring ham, press it. Because we've zigzagged the seam together, we're not going to press it open and flat like we usually do. Instead, we're going to put the curve on the side of the tailoring ham and press it to one side. I'm going to press it to the right. Watch your fingers. The reason you're using a tailoring ham is it's easier to press a curve on a curve. So first we press on the wrong side, and then we flip it over and press on the good side. And hopefully the fabric falls away from the curve so that you don't press wrinkles into it. When you're done, a nice flat curved seam.